everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Eagles going up against the Bears. So let's send you up to Chicago, where we'll say hello to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by their 6-foot quarterback. You may have heard of him. From Purdue, it's Drew Brees.
And when you think of Drew Brees, you think of production, and you think of competitiveness. That guy competes on every snap, whether he's throwing it, moving around in the pocket, calling plays, you name it, he knows how to rally a team.
Now a play fake here on first down. Finding time. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 29. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And this offensive unit should have a lot of juice coming off the big output that they had 1 week ago.
Nothing like confidence, is there? When you've played well the week before, you can't wait to get back on the field and do it again.
Second down, and the offense needing 5 yards. Again, it's Bell. Shreds the tackle. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Two yards to go here on third down. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Now the former Notre Damer, this is C.J. Prosise. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Shipped together here from the D-line. On second down, it's Bell. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. And now the offense operates in the red zone. 3rd and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Now Breeze on 3rd down. A screen to Bell. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now Bell, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They come out here in the eye. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 2nd down, 9 yards to go. Again, it's Johnson. And some room to maneuver. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
First down, Mariota. He gets it complete to Anquan Bolden. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They go play action here on first down. And his throw here is incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Johnson on the counter. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. On the tackle, it's Captain Munnerlyn. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was played. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mariota. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. Six yards to go here on second down. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. On third down, Mariota. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. From the red zone now, Mariota. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
Throwing, Mariota. Marquise Lee, the intended target, and it's 4th and 4. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. And Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get the field goal, but part of that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't. But really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Breeze to throw on second down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Brett Kern now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. On the return, Hester. Fighting through. A field flipper there, a 47-yard punt coupled with a loss on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, that was not a highlight play for the offense. But how about the previous play? A big run? They're used to trading that, especially if you're a Hall of Fame runner. Big run, maybe not so much on the next one, but the big ones add up over time.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, T.J. Ward.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And out now come the Eagles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Got an open man, it's a noon one. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Defense showing blitz. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Breeze now. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Brandon Mebane in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Breeze now on 1st down. Odunwa's got it, complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. to try and throw on third down. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Quincy Enunwa, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
So that drive goes 8 plays, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Returnable here for Hester. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now it's him carry for Johnson. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. This is taken at the 15. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Double tight, guys, double tight. You got 4.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached half. Yeah, that's perfect. 2. Davis, deep. I gotta go. Okay, and sorry about that. Didn't know Larry got cut off early. We are back and ready for the third quarter. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team. Automatic first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And he's got it over the middle, Fedorowicz. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Now a handoff. Johnson. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They run. It's Johnson. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
I am shocked that they would go for it there. Talk about a gutty call. But that's all about having faith in your offensive line, and they come through there on 4th down.
Mariota on 1st down. Completes it to Lee. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Underneath for Johnson. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. 2nd down and 4.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. A 1st down throw for Mariota. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Mariota again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. First down, Mariota. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. The target there was Brandon Myers. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. This will be caught at the 2. He got 29 yards that time. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
They'll give to Spiller. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
In motion left, the tight end. 2nd and goal. Defense digging in again here. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Johnson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 7 yards to go on second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Breeze throwing on second down. Complete to Amaro on the right side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a first down carry by Bell. He'll get 3 up to midfield. Clinton Dix there for the stop.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They played so well throughout this entire game.
From midfield, here's Breeze. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. Now Breeze on third down. He's got time in the pocket. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Richard Rodgers, that time. And that brings up fourth down. Here's Brett Kern now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He'll try and keep this away from Hester as this is going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And now working their way back onto the field, the Eagles defense. Obviously a close game from a defensive standpoint. Maybe don't want to blow it too much out of proportion, but how important is this drive?
I think it's huge for them because they've got to find a way to help out their offense, whether it's doing it themselves, taking the ball away and scoring, or setting their offense up in a good position to give them a chance to fully be back in this game.
Sometimes that defense triggers the offense. We'll see. And he's back here in the struggle department in this one like he was a week ago. And partner, I think you can pin some of this on that O-line. That room to run, just not there.
You mentioned last week that it felt like the offensive line was getting beaten to the punch by the guys across the ball.
It was pretty evident, I thought.
I mean, they were off the ball fast, penetrating, getting into the offensive backfield, really spilling a lot of runs before they got started. So I thought your observation was spot on then, and you're right there again this week. Same thing is happening, not able to get started because they're not able to control the point of attack.
Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. The busy night continues for Johnson. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. They pitch it out to Johnson. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. Right side, caught Fedorowicz. He's at the 30. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I remember playing, and from a safety's perspective, when you saw a toss play and trying to see guys get to the edge and get outside, that was always a tough moment because where do you go to pick up the ball carrier? If they seal the edge and seal the perimeter, they're going to bounce that outside, and it's a lot longer run, and you've got to make sure your angle is right because once they get to the edge, they're going to pick up good yardage. Your job now is to make sure they don't go all the way for a touchdown. You have to become an excellent tackler against a lot of bodies out leading a runner. And on this play, the defenders were finally able to rally to the ball after a big pickup of yardage and hurt him out of bounds.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. 3rd and goal. Mariota. That's caught at the 3. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. And Boswell's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Maybe an anxious moment or two when the ball was on its way, but he does find a way to curl it in.
Oh, yeah. That one definitely hugged the left upright, but he got it to go.
That's fielded in the end zone. And this will be a touchback, and as we saw in week 1, the new rule, this one coming out to the 25-yard line. And now the Eagles offense back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
They'll go again with Bell. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Taking him down as a veteran, Darrelle Revis. And the evidence shows last week's game, it's really leaked into a second game now, Charles. What do you think of this?
And it's a surprise, isn't it? Because when we spent time watching them practice, talking with the coaches, they felt like a bounce back was going to happen this week. They were very confident in the game plan, thought the defenses they would see would present great opportunities for big-time runs. We're not getting that so far. I don't know if it's the game plan or if they're just being overwhelmed by the defense they're facing.
They come out here in the eye. Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Open man, the tight end Rodgers. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Chris Conley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. They go to Johnson again. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
On 3rd down, Johnson. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
He's back to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 2nd down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary, something crazy here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Brandon, this will be a great win for them. The better teams.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. Now Hester will get a shot. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here's Mariota. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, Charles, it's great.